gonna just do, I guess I'll just call it a, I don't know, a vlog, I guess, but it'll be a vlog with a road trip. So right now, I'm heading over to the Nellio Porsche dealership in Rocklin. They're having a showroom grand opening. So I'm gonna go check that out. I guess they're supposed to have like hors d'oeuvres and drinks, and hopefully they have like some sort of raffle thing or something like that. But it's a really cool Porsche dealership. I've been there probably 2 times. The first time I was checking out a Cayman, a used Cayman, and it was pretty sweet, but it was raining out, so I didn't really feel like doing a, guy behind me is gonna hit me. That's cool. Everybody just slammed on their brakes real quick, so sorry about that. But yeah, last time I almost drove like a Cayman, but I didn't, because it was raining, so I didn't really, I didn't really care to. Then the next time I went over there, before I went to the Tesla dealership, first thing in the morning, because I had an appointment, so that was pretty cool. After I went to the at the Tesla dealership, I drove the P85D, which was pretty freaking awesome. I've driven the regular P85, and I mean, it was fast. I was impressed by that, but the handling characteristics were pretty horrible. And I hated the headliner because it was just like cloth on a $100,000 car. But this one had the real nice, Alcantara suede headliner, and the interior was upgraded, and it also had the all-wheel drive system, plus those motors just made that thing damn sweet. So much torque, instant throttle response, or throttle electric response, whatever you want to call it. But I mean, it was just freaking pretty awesome. Then after that, like I said, I went to the Porsche dealership after that, and we were checking out a couple cars on the dealership. We saw a Cayman GTS, which we were wanting to maybe test drive, but it was brand new and someone had already bought it. So the other car on the lot, which was way better, we checked out a 2012 Porsche 911 Turbo S, all-wheel drive. What are they, 550 horsepower with rear steer. I mean, the thing was badass. It's a 991 model. And we just asked to start it up, and when we went to go start it up, they were like, hey, do you want to take it on a test drive? Yeah, of course we want to take it on a test drive. So we had the sales guy, me and my buddy Nima, we had the sales guy, he jumped in the back, which was totally cool, and we got to rail that thing around. And I mean, that freaking car is so amazing. That thing is on rails with that rear steer. We just turned it into the sport mode and just opened that thing up, and I mean, wow, that is an awesome car. I've driven the Audi R8, the V8, the 4.2 on Sonoma Raceway, and you guys can check out one of my videos. I have some of the videos. It's farther down on my video stuff, but it was the Audi experience. But I mean, the R8, that was an awesome car, and I do really love the R8. But I got to tell you, that 911 Turbo S with that rear steer, that thing was on rails. I mean, that thing was freaking awesome, and just the power was just, I mean, instant. There was no turbo lag, but it still gives you, it's kind of nice, like, naturally aspirated cars, they're great because the power is just there. But with the turbo cars, I don't know, they just always feel faster, even with a slight bit of turbo lag, because you get more of that instant plus the boost. So it just kind of pushes you in your seat a little bit more. So that's always kind of a fun experience. But yeah, I mean, that thing was just freaking awesome. So yeah, that was, it kind of sucks because I've driven a couple other 911, like a 911S, and then like a Cayman, just a regular Cayman with a 6-speed. I think it was a base model, but it was a 2014. So that's kind of like what Porsches I've driven. But yeah, once you drive the turbo, it kind of, I don't know, it kind of just makes every other car feel inferior, I guess. Because we went to the BMW dealership after that, and I test drove a E92, or actually it was an E90 because it was a 4-door M3 with the V8, which I mean is an awesome car. And this was the first one that I was able to drive with a 6-speed manual, because it's really rare to find them. Almost all of them have the dual clutch, which that dual clutch is amazing because it rev matches on the downshifts. I mean, it sounds so sweet with an exhaust system. But as you know, I prefer a manual over the dual clutch, even though that dual clutch is freaking awesome. I mean, if you want an automatic type of transmission, you know, or a badass transmission, those dual clutches are where it's at. But I got to drive the 6-speed. I felt like the traction control was a little bit more invasive on a 6-speed. I had it in sport mode, or you know, in the M mode. First thing set off, I put it in M mode. The only thing I did not have off was the total, you know, traction control. Just because it's a test drive, you don't want to get too crazy. But it kicked out the back, you know, like 2 or 3 times, but instantly it would just tone down the throttle inputs. Whereas the SMG, or sorry, not the SMG, whereas the dual clutch seemed like you could rotate the car a little bit more without the traction control kicking in as much. So that was kind of the difference there. But the point that I was getting at was, after driving that 911 Turbo S, then jumping back into my WRX and then into the M3, the M3 did not feel super amazing. I mean, it felt awesome, but there's just really no comparison, and there shouldn't be, because that freaking car is amazing. But anyways, yeah, so I'm heading over to the Porsche dealership now, and I will give you guys kind of an outside view. I'll see if I can film in there. I don't know if I'm going to be able to. Well, you know, I'll talk about it after the fact if I can't. But also show some of the cars out there and get some, I'm sure they'll have some sweet stuff, some old school stuff or whatever. So, all right, guys. Yep, just stay tuned and I'll show you what's up.
Got the Porsche bicycle here. I think it's pretty dope. The spokes are awesome.
Alright, so the showroom is very nice, but let's get some pictures of the cars. Alcantara, very nice. GTS, I think it's sweet.
It's got the PDK. Seating positions in these cars are amazing. Get your seat real nice and low. And then you have the side bolstering as well. Actually, I'm not quite sure this one has the sport seats, but very sweet.
Indeed. Alcantara on all of the instruments in here. It is very, very nice. Love the interiors on these cars. Here's the seats. Those red seat belts are just amazing. Match the outside of the car amazingly. Also, just the attention to detail on these analog clocks in here. I guess you can actually do lap times with those things too. I'm not quite sure how that works, but I know it's pretty sweet. Yeah, this is a Carrera GTS. It's a 2015, and it is beautiful. Also, I didn't notice, this is pretty cool. If you guys have never seen this, there's a fire extinguisher down here too. So that makes it a lot more race car. So that's pretty sweet. And I mean, just overall, man, these things are just awesome. I mean, the seating position, your bolstering, I just love these things. Someday, maybe I will get one. Maybe. The GTS is just an amazing Carrera, and this thing is freaking awesome. I'd love to drive one of these. I really want to try to drive a GT3 soon, so we'll see what happens. Pretty much any of these used cars, you can actually drive them. So maybe I'll do kind of a review on that someday. But yeah, this thing is awesome. All right, I'll give you guys a couple more outside of the car views. This is an outside view. Got those quick release racing wheels. So this is a new thing from Porsche. You got your e-mobility, your charger station. Our car had a chance to drive one of these once on Sonoma Raceway. RS5. This thing is awesome. The motor in these, that V8 is so smooth. It is a sweet ride, and these things sound great. In between the shifts, their little burble that they have, I mean, it's just ridiculous. It sounds so good. I think that's a fun little track car. They're a little understeery, but I mean, whatever. Get some stasis stuff on there and get that tuned out.
We did the Cayman deal.
It is beautiful in here. Got a lot of old school cars. I was checking this out the other day, and it is amazingly clean. Hope you guys liked it. You know, hopefully you liked the video. Basically, it was just, you know, kind of showing the new showroom and some of the new cars and whatnot. So it was pretty cool. Some guy just got a new 911 Turbo S Cabriolet, which I wouldn't pick the Cabriolet, but that's all right. Overall, a nice little experience. I think I got a lot of good footage. Let me know on this. You know, let me know if you guys liked the video. Do a quick little pull right here. Stage 2, baby. Feels nice. Yeah, I got a couple of quick shots. It was pretty cool in there. They had, you know, the new showroom and all that. They had like hors d'oeuvres and free drinks, which was pretty cool. I didn't drink anything, but because I'm driving. But anyway, but overall, a real good experience. I got to sit in a lot of cool cars. I hope you guys like, you know, just me sitting in the cars. Let me know if you like that sort of thing. I mean, just kind of checking the cars out. I'd love to do some test drives and that sort of thing, but you know, I'm not. Sorry guys, probably can't see. But I'm not sure that I'm going to be able to. But I'd really like to talk to some dealerships, maybe, you know, some used car dealerships or something, and see if I could just test drive some of their cars and just get them on there, you know, edit them up a video or something like that, and just be nice about it. This is a sweet little turn right here. This thing is nice. You can take that. Pretty good. I love that little sweeper. Did that one in the 911 Turbo, and I mean, that thing was on rails on that thing. I'm not going to say how fast I was going, but I was going, let's just say that. And you could definitely feel the rear steer in that car, and it was just amazing. If you guys ever have a chance to drive one, try to drive one, but it kind of ruins a lot of other experiences because you're kind of like, oh, that's what I'm comparing this next car to, so that kind of sucks. But anyways, the cars are awesome. Thanks guys. Please like or subscribe my video. Please comment below, you know, if you liked anything. If you didn't like anything, maybe